Or haven't you heard, the amazing viewers of the channel? Welcome. Losing is bad, but do you know what the worst is? Losing while rejoicing that I won. That's why athletes, they must control their emotions on the field. Uncontrolled for you today, we compiled those athletes who are happy. If you are ready, the race begins. Athlete who saw the finish line in the bike race. He leaves the wheel and starts to rejoice, therefore slowing down. What he is not aware of: the athlete behind him is very close to him. That's why he loses first place. Now it's time, the Professional Basketball League of the Balkans. There is one image from the Adriatic League. 71 with a score of 72, Partizan team ahead against Cibona team. And with the basket they threw in the last seconds, they start to rejoice. But the match is not over yet. Cibona team, last one shot, and the team that lost the basket. Rejoicing on the field. The coach of the winning team is trying to fix the situation. End of the game in billiards. The last time the black ball is inserted into the hole. This player takes the last shot, stings the black ball and whistles the bear out of his hand. Begins to rejoice. But there is one situation: if the white ball goes into the hole, you lost the game. And look what happens. Karen Cloud is here. Australian football player of Turkish origin, Western Serial team. Scores one good goal in one match. And to share your joy, running to the fans. So caught up in celebrating, not aware of what is going on. The goal he scored is considered offside. And because of the extreme celebratory movements, gets his second yellow card and is kicked out of the game. Now it's time for the new sport of our century, esports. EBO1 Fighting Games Tournament. Japanese players Oga in the match in 2015. Basoto and Wichigamite. In the match they played the game called Guilty Gearin. Leading Moshige makes a strong one hit and I won. He starts celebrating. But in the meantime the fight continues. When he left control and started to rejoice, his opponent continues to fight and thus gets the match. They didn't say for nothing, the last laughing laughs well. France and Sweden face off on the field. Match winner 2015 UEFA. Europe, 21 years old 6 will qualify for the football championship. France scores one goal for minutes before the end of the match. And the player who scored the goal, Lavin Kurzava, they start to rejoice with their teammates. There are one special rejoicing moves. They look away and pretend to say hi. But the match is 90 minutes. Swedish team. 1 minute later, he scores one goal and touches France. And they also win the championship. See how they celebrate before they get the trophy. By greeting. Dynamo Moscow women's volleyball team. One of Russia's successful teams. They have won 11 times. So they have full confidence. Playing against the Zurich team in 2017. After one strong dunk, team begins to rejoice without waiting for the ball to fall to the ground. While they rejoice, one player from the opposing team saves the ball with a kick. And they continue the game. While the Russian team turns around and rejoices, they lose the match with the ball falling on their field. By the way, kicking the ball, for those who don't know, not against the rules. Now in Olympic conditions. Female runners compete in 2015. In these circumstances, everything happens so quickly. Even athletes don't know who is ahead. That's exactly what happens here. First athlete is glad that I won. Loses speed when you raise your arms. And the athlete behind wins the race with a nose difference. The difference between them is only 9 milliseconds. This time we are in the 2015 beauty contest. We have two finalists, Colombia and the Philippines. Server explains to the winner, and the winner is Colombia. Mannequin giving kisses around. But he also realizes what server did big one wrong. He confused what was written on the card. and made a wrong announcement. Actually, the winner is Filipino. This is beautiful. The crown is taken back and attached to the other. I'm a little sad about the Colombian model here actually, because it's not his fault. This time there is one example from male runners. Next athlete who took the run first. Approaching the finish line, he makes a move with his hand and invites the audience to celebrate, but at that time the athlete who came from behind with loyalty passed the first and win. Look at the shock expression on the face of the early rejoice and loser. A little more football in the match left for penalties. The football player shoots and the ball turns from the post, and the goalkeeper leaves his place to celebrate. That's when the ball goes back and forth alone. What is the probability of this happening in one game? This is not counted as one sport but one incredible image. In the race to make the fastest tower with a glass, you can't even see this Chinese contestant to fast. Breaks his own record in the competition. But as soon as he finishes, without pressing the stop counter, begins to celebrate. And that's why his record is not valid. I got smarter with what we watched so far. Athletes did not get smarter. First place again in the ice skating race. I raised my arms because I won. Begins to rejoice. But hop one comes from behind at the moment, passes it. Cannot wait for the finish line to rejoice. What kind of impatience is here? Ali Kenyams. Successful in pole high jump. One Canadian athlete. Pre-race fans are so excited. They start celebrating. But the athlete can't jump. Still the fans are not sad. I think she fascinated them with her beauty. And finally there is one example from Turkey. Fenerbahce in the 2010 Super League. 1-1 draw with Trabzonspor. At the end of the match, big one misunderstanding happened during the match. Two of the Bursaspor Beşiktaş match for the stands. To completed announcement passed. That's why Fenerbahce players who think they are champions left the match. The audience landed on the field. Made a crocodile walk. They thought we were champions. But one time later Bursaspor defeated Beşiktaş 2-1. When it is announced that false information is given, joy turned into shock in one moment, because the champion was a Bursaspor. Is there such a situation that has happened to you? Write in the comments. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.